Hey everyone, welcome back to FT News. I'm Myra. Undertone isn't the kind of horror movie that explains everything before the credits roll. Instead, it slowly builds an atmosphere of fear, uncertainty, and psychological dread before ending on one deeply unsettling question. What really happened to Evie? Rather than giving viewers a clear monster or an easy explanation, the film leaves almost everything open to interpretation, making the ending even more disturbing. Let's break down everything that happened, explain the ending, and discuss what the mysterious supernatural force might actually be. The story follows Evie, a woman caring for her terminally ill mother, while also hosting a paranormal podcast with her co-host, Justin. Everything begins when Justin discovers a series of strange audio recordings connected to unexplained supernatural events. Initially, the recordings seem like another interesting topic for the podcast, but the deeper they investigate, the stranger things become. Hidden messages begin appearing inside the recordings. Songs seem to play backwards. Voices whisper impossible phrases. And soon, disturbing events begin happening inside Evie's own home. Her bedridden mother appears to move when nobody is watching. Objects mysteriously change position. Reality itself begins feeling unstable. At first, it's impossible to know whether these events are supernatural or simply products of Evie's exhausted mind. That uncertainty becomes one of the film's greatest strengths. The movie never fully tells viewers whether every strange event is physically happening or whether the mysterious force is manipulating Evie's perception of reality. As the investigation continues, Evie and Justin uncover a horrifying pattern. Several mothers connected to similar supernatural encounters eventually killed their own children. These tragedies all appear linked by the same mysterious force hidden inside the recordings. At the same time, Evie discovers another deeply personal complication. She has unexpectedly become pregnant. Now the story connects 3 generations at once. Evie is caring for her dying mother. She is carrying an unborn child. And she finds herself caught between life and death while something supernatural watches from the shadows. These parallel storylines are not accidental. Motherhood becomes the emotional center of the entire film. The mysterious entity seems especially interested in mothers and children. Whether it targets them specifically or simply feeds on those emotional connections is never completely explained. Eventually, Evie and Justin reach the final recording. This becomes the turning point of the entire story. During the playback, they receive devastating news about Mike and Jessa, whose recordings they have been studying throughout the movie. The pair have suffered a horrific fate. Moments later, another terrifying recording begins. Listeners hear what appears to be a mother killing her own child. Then another voice emerges. A much darker voice. Unlike anything heard earlier. At that moment, it becomes clear that the entity hidden inside the recordings has finally reached Evie. From that point onward, reality begins collapsing. The film even reveals that footage shown earlier in the movie is actually connected to another supposedly cursed film. Anyone who watches or experiences it eventually takes their own life. The implication is terrifying. The supernatural force doesn't simply haunt places. It spreads through information itself. Recordings, voices, images, anything that allows people to experience its influence. By the final scenes, neither Evie nor Justin appears capable of escaping. The movie deliberately cuts away before revealing exactly what happens next. That decision is completely intentional. Instead of showing another violent death, the filmmakers force viewers to imagine the worst possible outcome themselves. Although the movie never confirms their fate, everything suggests that both Evie and Justin have become the entity's newest victims. Even more frightening is the implication that everyone listening to their live podcast may also have exposed themselves to the same supernatural force. The horror is no longer contained. It spreads. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding Undertone is the identity of the entity itself. The movie never names it. It never explains where it came from. And it never reveals exactly what it wants. However, several clues point towards something demonic. Religious imagery appears repeatedly throughout the film. Sacred symbols are often twisted into disturbing versions of themselves. The entity also appears to corrupt one of humanity's most sacred relationships, the bond between mother and child. Whether this represents a literal demon or simply an ancient supernatural evil remains deliberately unanswered. The ambiguity is part of what makes the movie so effective. The less viewers know about the creature, the more frightening it becomes. Beyond the supernatural mystery, Undertone also explores several powerful emotional themes. Death hangs over every scene. Evie spends most of the movie watching her mother's slow decline. Their relationship has completely reversed. Instead of being cared for, Evie has become the caregiver. At the same time, she struggles with the unexpected discovery that she is pregnant. This forces her to confront another life-changing decision. Throughout the story, life and death exist side by side. One generation is fading away while another has not yet begun. The supernatural horror seems to thrive within that emotional space. The movie also reflects on ancient fears surrounding parenthood. Many of the tragic stories uncovered during the investigation involve mothers and children. Even old nursery rhymes are hinted to contain darker origins connected to loss and death. Rather than presenting simple jump scares, the film uses these timeless fears to create psychological horror that feels deeply unsettling. Perhaps the most important thing to understand about Undertone is that it intentionally refuses to answer every question. There is no final explanation. There is no magical solution. There is no heroic victory over evil. Instead, the movie suggests that some mysteries simply cannot be understood. Birth, death, good, evil. These forces exist beyond human understanding. Evie's likely tragic fate reinforces that idea. She spends the entire film searching for answers. But in the end, knowledge itself becomes the thing that destroys her. That is what makes Undertone such an unsettling experience. The monster remains unseen. The rules remain unknown. And the ending leaves viewers trapped inside the same uncertainty as its characters. Sometimes, what we imagine is far more terrifying than anything a movie could actually show. Now it's your turn. What do you think the mysterious entity really was? Was it a demon, an ancient supernatural force, or something even more terrifying? Share your theories in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one.